Hallo zusammen, ich heiße Jana, ich komme aus Deutschland und wohne im Moment in Schweden. Und wer bist du? It's time that we get to know each other a little bit. So today we will learn how to introduce ourselves. Sich vorstellen. Introduce yourself. Sich vorstellen. Put on your favorite pants and let's get moving. Alles klar. Los geht's. The good thing is you already have all the basic information we need today, which is your name, age, and so on. Now, we'll just have to find out how to put these things in German sentences. Also, was brauchen wir? What do we need? Was brauchen wir? Wir brauchen, we need, wir brauchen, der Name, the name, der Name. Das Alter, age, das Alter. Das Heimatland, the home country, das Heimatland. Der Wohnort, the place of residence. Der Wohnort. And in case you're making such an awesome impression that someone wants to be able to reach you, die Telefonnummer, the phone number. Die Telefonnummer. Genieß die frische Luft. Enjoy the fresh air. Genieß die frische Luft. Genieß die Sonne. Enjoy the sun. Genieß die Sonne. Genieß den Wind. Enjoy the wind. Genieß den Wind. Und vielleicht, and maybe, und vielleicht, genieß den Regen. Enjoy the rain. Genieß den Regen. Genieß die Bewegung. Enjoy the activity. Genieß die Bewegung. Keep your pace or generally your activity at a level where you're comfortable to speak because we will start a little question-answer game here. Frage Nummer 1. Question number 1. Frage Nummer 1. Wie heißt du? What's your name? Wie heißt du? Ich heiße Jana. Please use your own name here. My name is Jana. Ich heiße Jana. Now you. Ich heiße. Sehr gut. Do you remember how to ask someone for their name? Genau. Wir sagen, wie heißt du? Both question and answer put together sound like this. Wie heißt du? Ich heiße Jana. Put it together yourself a few times, and then I will ask you for your name, and you will ask me. Hallo, ich heiße Jana. Wie heißt du? Sehr gut. Now you ask me. Hi, ich heiße Jana. Sehr schön. Frage Nummer 2. Question number 2. Frage Nummer 2. Wie alt bist du? How old are you? Wie alt bist du? Ich bin 33 Jahre alt. I'm 33 years old. Ich bin 33 Jahre alt. Like before, please fill in your own age. It's totally fine to say how old you feel rather than your age measured in years you've spent on this planet. Whatever makes you happy. In case you don't remember how to say a certain number, remember. In German we start with a letter digit. This number is pronounced like the numbers 1 to 9. Nothing is shortened. Count with me from 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After that we place the word und. And. And now we form the first digit by, again, choosing a number between 1 and 9 and adding the ending zig. Since there are a few special forms here, let's count from 10 to 90 again, just the round numbers with the 0 at the end, of course. Los geht's. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Super. Now you have all the tools. You can build any number now. 33, 47, 56, and so on. Also, wie fragen wir nach dem Alter? How do we ask for the age? Wie fragen wir nach dem Alter? Wie alt bist du? Wir antworten, ich bin 33 Jahre alt. Put it together a few times and then I will ask you for your age and you will ask me. Hallo, wie alt bist du? Sehr gut. Now you ask me. Hi, ich bin 33 Jahre alt. Like in English, we don't say I'm 33 years old every time. We shorten it to I'm 33. And we do exactly the same in German. Ich bin 33. Now let's put all of it into a short dialogue. I'll say it by myself first. In the second round, I will ask you directly, and you use the gaps to answer. In the third round, you will ask me. Okay? Dann los. Runde 1. Round 1. Runde 1. Hallo, ich heiße Jana. Wie heißt du? Hi, ich heiße Chris. Wie alt bist du? Ich bin 27. Wie alt bist du? Ich bin 33. If you think this doesn't sound very natural, you're absolutely right. We will get to the point where we don't sound like this is the very first social interaction in our life anymore. Trust me. For now, we just want to build a basis. Okay, jetzt frage ich und du antwortest. Now I ask and you answer. Jetzt frage ich und du antwortest. Runde 2. Round 2. Runde 2. Hallo, ich heiße Jana. Wie heißt du? Wie alt bist du? Ich bin 33. Super. Jetzt fragst du und ich antworte. Now you ask and I answer. Jetzt fragst du und ich antworte. Runde 3. Round 3. Runde 3. Hi, ich heiße Jana. Ich bin 33. Wie alt bist du? Jawohl, sehr, sehr gut. That is your first introduction in German. Since we're on it, let's add a telephone number. Frage Nummer 3. Question number 3. Frage Nummer 3. Was ist deine Telefonnummer? What's your phone number? Was ist deine Telefonnummer? Ausgezeichnet. We only need one more thing for this part. The number 0. In German, 0 is null. One more time, null. Let's practice a mini dialogue. Ich frage, was ist deine Telefonnummer? Du antwortest, meine Telefonnummer ist, for example, 0178 118 4036. We could shorten it to only the number, but for now let's practice the full sentence. Okay, los geht's. Ich frage und du antwortest. Was ist deine Telefonnummer? Sehr gut. Jetzt fragst du und ich antworte. Meine Telefonnummer ist 0178 118 4036. Almost there. Wir haben Name, Name, Alter, Age und Telefonnummer, Telephone number. What's left? Das Heimatland, Home Country. Das Heimatland. And der Wohnort, Place of Residence. Der Wohnort. Wir fangen mit dem Wohnort an. We start with a place of residence. Wir fangen mit dem Wohnort an. Frage Nummer 4. Question number 4. Frage Nummer 4. Wo wohnst du? Where do you live? Wo wohnst du? Ich wohne in Hamburg. I live in Hamburg. Ich wohne in Hamburg. Replace Hamburg with your place of residence. One more time. I live in. Ich wohne in. Now you. Wo wohnst du? Sehr gut. Now ask this question yourself and answer with different cities. Do that approximately 3 times. Wo wohnst du? Ich wohne in ... Super, das war's schon. That's it already. Das war es schon. Now your home country. Last question for today. Frage Nummer 5. Question number 5. Frage Nummer 5. Woher kommst du? Where are you from? Woher kommst du? Die Antwort ist: Ich komme aus Deutschland. I am from Germany. Ich komme aus Deutschland. Of course, you will have to replace Deutschland, Germany, with your home country. You could technically also fill in a city or region if you're more comfortable with that. Ich komme aus works with any country, region, or city. The only thing that grammatically makes a difference is if a country or region has an article like der, die, das. Luckily though, not many do. We start by learning some countries without an article, since they are the majority and, well, easier. I will name a few countries, first in German, then in English, then in German again. Instead of only repeating the country, say the whole sentence. Ich komme aus ... If it gets tedious, spice it up by mixing in the sentence Ich wohne in ... Because here too we can add a city or a country. You have the tools. Your choice which version you want to use. Ich komme aus or Ich wohne in. Fertig? Gut, dann geht's los. Frankreich, France, Frankreich. Italien, Italy, Italien. Schweden, Sweden, Schweden. Irland, Ireland, Irland. Rumänien, Romania, Rumänien. Russland, Russia, Russland. Litauen, Lithuania, Litauen. China, China, China. Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam. Indien, India, Indien. Indonesien, Indonesia, Indonesien. Australien, Australia, Australien. Neuseeland, New Zealand, Neuseeland. Südafrika, South Africa, Südafrika. Ägypten, Egypt, Ägypten. Kamerun, Cameroon, Kamerun. Argentinien, Argentina, Argentinien. Brasilien, Brazil, Brasilien. Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Okay, that's enough for now. If your country wasn't among these, I'm sure you could already tell that the countries' names don't differ too much from English and German. If you don't know what your home country is called in German already anyway, try to pronounce your country's name in German. It could work. Yeah, it could. Good. I've mentioned already that some countries have articles. For example, the US, Ukraine, Iran, and Turkey. As always, the article is important. In our case, because the verb kommen, to come, requires a dative case. That's our third out of the 4 German cases that we are starting to get familiar with now. We will start by just learning the countries' names first, without putting them in a sentence just yet. We will do that after when I tell you what to do with the articles in dative. Okay? Los geht's. Die Ukraine, Ukraine. Die Ukraine. Die Türkei, Turkey. Die Türkei. Der Iran, Iran. Der Iran. Die USA, USA. Die USA. 3 times die Ukraine, die Türkei, die USA. And 1 time der Iran. But of course, it's not that simple. The die in die USA is a plural die. Ukraine and Turkey have a singular article, but USA literally stands for United States of America. That's why we need the plural article. But one step at a time. The most important thing is that in our sentence, ich komme aus, we need to keep the articles. But we need to change them a little. A bit of a warning. If you're not confused yet, first of all, great, but you might be in a second. And unfortunately, I can't tell you why we do this, but in dative, the singular article die becomes der. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know why, but these are the rules. Singular die in dative becomes der. This applies to every noun in German, not just the countries. Die becomes der in dative. Okay, also, what does that mean for us now? Do you want to try first? We have our sentence, ich komme aus. We have our countries, die Ukraine und die Türkei. And we know that in this sentence, any singular die becomes der because of the dative. So how would the sentence be like? Yes, ich komme aus der Ukraine. Ich komme aus der Türkei. Okay, deep breath. Take a brief moment to let that sink in. Now, der. In dative, der Iran, as well as any other country or noun with der, becomes dem with an M, like Mike at the end. So, how would our sentence be like now? Exactly. Genau. Ich komme aus dem Iran. Last one. Die USA with a plural die. In dative, this article becomes den with an N, like November at the end. So we say ich komme aus den USA. Sehr, sehr gut. That was a lot of information at the end of our little workout session. One last repetition before we practice our first little conversation. Please repeat after me. Ich komme aus Neuseeland. Ich komme aus der Ukraine. Ich komme aus dem Iran. Ich komme aus den USA. Okay, take another deep breath. We're almost there. I will start asking questions in English. You try to translate them first and then answer them. I give you an example. Hi, what's your name? You translate it to Hi, wie heißt du? And then you answer it. Fertig? Okay, dann geht's los. Hi, what's your name? Hi, wie heißt du? Jana, or ich heiße Jana. How old are you? Wie alt bist du? Ich bin 33. Or ich bin 33 Jahre alt. What's your telephone number? Was ist deine Telefonnummer? 0162 987 65432. Or meine Telefonnummer ist 0162 987 65432. Where do you live? Wo wohnst du? In Hamburg. Or ich wohne in Hamburg. Und die letzte Frage, the last question, die letzte Frage, where are you from? Woher kommst du? Aus Deutschland. Or ich komme aus Deutschland. Sehr, sehr gut gemacht. Ausgezeichnet. Ich bin stolz auf dich. I'm proud of you. Ich bin stolz auf dich. Now let's get to know each other. I ask you a question and you answer. Introduce yourself. Los geht's. Hallo, ich heiße Jana. Wie heißt du? Wie alt bist du? Cool. Und woher kommst du? Ah, wie schön. Was ist deine Telefonnummer? Und wo wohnst du? Perfekt. Now the other way around. I'll give you the questions in English, you will ask me in German, and I will answer. Los geht's. What's your name? Ich heiße Jana. Where are you from? Ich komme aus Deutschland. How old are you? Ich bin 33. Where do you live? Ich wohne in Hamburg. What's your telephone number? 0162 987 65432. Woohoo! That was awesome! Ausgezeichnet! If you're still up for it, keep moving, walking, biking, or running around the house. Enjoy yourself. If you're done for today, enjoy that feeling after finishing some exercising. You deserve it. Try to play this dialogue through fully one more time in your head, or even better, out loud. Ask and reply. Why? Because these are some of the most common small talk questions and answers, and being able to perfectly answer them when the time comes will feel so good. So, today we learned how to introduce ourselves. That includes asking someone and answering. We can state our name, age, phone number, place of residence, and home country. We learned a whole bunch of countries, and we know that some countries have articles in German that need to be changed in dative. Like the sentence, Ich komme aus dem Iran. Well done. Sehr gut gemacht. This is a lot. Danke, dass du mitgemacht und dir die Zeit für dich genommen hast. Thank you for joining and taking the time for yourself. Danke, dass du mitgemacht und dir die Zeit für dich genommen hast. Ich hoffe, du hattest Spaß. Ich hoffe, du hattest einen schönen Lauf oder Spaziergang. Und ich freue mich, wenn du beim nächsten Mal wieder dabei bist. Bis dann. Ciao.